Hey everybody, it's Tracy from Downward Dog Rising. I made it for a little bit. I haven't had sleep in like 2 days. I suffer from insomnia because I never shut down. I'm always on the go. And so you lose your body's natural circadian rhythms. And then you have coffee, caffeine just to keep going, and then you can't fall asleep. It's a vicious cycle. So I'm gonna just give you something you can do to help release your shoulders and your neck, because if you don't sleep, you'll notice that your body, your bones ache, like things start to hurt really bad. And so for now, I'm just going to do a little stretch for your shoulders and your neck. Maybe I'll quit. If I can't get this set up, I'm just going to give up because I'm having a week. Okay. What you do when you notice things tightening up, you'll have a burning sensation and it'll be really tight and it'll hurt really bad and it'll feel like you have no motion. And sometimes if you move really quick, it'll burn really bad and feel like something snaps. That means things are getting too compressed and you have to do something to release it, because you don't want long-term changes that are irreversible. So I'm just gonna have you do some shoulder rolls where you elevate your shoulders towards ears. Like right now, my shoulders are crunching really bad. I stand all day long in bare feet, and so it's not helping. We're just gonna take those shoulders to our ears, and then we release down and back. I'm just trying to get some of the tension to decompress out of the joints. So you lift up your shoulders, roll them down and back, and then we're gonna go the opposite way. Breathing in, and then exhale. The shoulders lift up, they roll forward. Mine are still crunching. Ow. So you just lift up, roll forward, inhale, and then exhale 2 more. The shoulders lift up, the shoulders release down. Inhale and exhale. All right. So now what I want you to do, I'm gonna have you, my windows were shut all day and it was like 90 something degrees and stuff. Woo! All right, it's all good. Okay, next what I want you to do is take both of your hands. You're gonna take, as long as you haven't had rotator cuff surgery. I can't talk either at the end of the day, but that's besides the point. It's just the way I am. You reach both arms to one side, and then you relax your shoulders away from your ears. And then you just try to sit tall, head away from tailbone. And then what you do, you tilt your ear towards your shoulder, and you just breathe. You're just trying to get the side of your neck to release. I lose my voice every single day because I talk all day, so disregard how I sound. It'll get better one day. You're just gonna inhale and exhale. When I move, that's when it'll get better. Ugh. When I leave the state of California, that's when life will get better. All right, breathing in, you're gonna inhale, and then you're gonna exhale. You're gonna inhale, and then you're gonna exhale. All right, tilt towards the side where both hands are, and you're gonna feel the side of your neck stretch. We're gonna do both sides actually. If you need to modify, you would just have your arms like that by your sides if it hurts to go to one side. So you just tilt to one shoulder, you inhale, and then you exhale. You just tilt to the side, you inhale, and then you exhale. One more time, deep inhale, and then you exhale. All right, your head comes back to the center. Okay, now we're gonna stretch the opposite way. Tilt away, breathing in, and then breathing out. You inhale, and then you exhale. You inhale, and then you exhale. One more time, you're going to inhale, and then you exhale. Now we're going to take our arms to our other side. We're going to tilt away, breathing in. Feel the side of the neck lengthen, and then you exhale. And you're just keeping your shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, and then you exhale. One more time, take a deep inhale, and then exhale. All right, slowly you tilt to the same side as the arms, and you'll get a deeper stretch on the other side. I might have messed that up and done an opposite on the other side, so you could always switch to make it stretch deeper. It's up to you. Inhale, and then exhale. And then you inhale. You're going to start to get into those sternocleidomastoid muscles, side of neck, a little bit into the upper traps, like at the top, back of the shoulders. Inhale, and then exhale. All right, one more time, deep inhale, deep exhale. Slowly come back center. Okay, now I'm going to give you a little variation of what we just did. So, as long as you haven't had shoulder replacement or rotator cuff surgery, we're going to take our left hand is going to go behind your back, and we're going to pull down on our wrist, and we're going to create like an anchor point. And then once you pull down on your wrist, you tilt opposite ear towards shoulder. Now, you're going to feel that stretch in the side of your neck. Here you can vary the stretch and the fibers by tilting your chin up. You keep pulling down on your wrist. You inhale, and then you exhale. So you're going to get different fibers pulling. This really helps your neck. And then that'll help your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. And my music already shut off. I was probably on a single song and not on a whole playlist. So it is what it is. Just leave it be. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to tilt our chin slightly down, and it's going to stretch a little bit deeper down lower in the neck. So you just tilt your chin down, you inhale, and then you exhale, and then you inhale, and then you exhale. One more time. Inhale, and then you exhale. Just trying to get different muscle fibers. All right, okay, let's go to the other side. And then take your right hand, and then you're going to grab your left wrist, pull it down. You're going to tilt your right ear towards the right shoulder as you pull down on the left wrist, and just stay here and breathe. Inhale. This will start to go into the side of your neck. And then you exhale. And then you inhale. And then you exhale. One more. Now you're going to tilt your chin up on a slight diagonal, and you're going to feel different fibers stretch. I need music. Sorry, I'll be back. I just need music. There, it just started again. I have no idea what's going to play. It's pre-mixed. But it's stuff that I put thumbs up to, so at least I know I like it. Alright, we're going to take, where was I? I'm going to take, what was I doing? Your right hand pulls on the left wrist. We stretch the side of our neck. Now we're gonna tilt our chin to the sky. We're gonna lift up, elevate. You're gonna pull those fibers apart. Breathe, feel the side of the neck release. Move in a really tiny motion so you don't overdo your neck. And then you're going to tilt the chin down, but still pull down on your arm. You're going to feel side of neck stretch. It's going to stretch a little deeper. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. And gently release. All right. The next thing that I want you to do, come onto your hands and your knees. All right. So next, keep your hips straight. Take your left hand behind your head. Now just turn, open your shoulders, your chest. We're going to do 5 rotations, but your hip bones stay facing the mat. You inhale, and then you exhale. Your ribs expand, move from mid-back, thoracic spine, in between your shoulder blades. And inhale, exhale, expand into your ribs, exhale, release. Let's do 2 more like this. You're going to inhale, exhale, one more time, inhale, and then exhale. Okay, I want you to extend your arms straight, open shoulders, chest, thread the needle. Now once you thread the needle, this arm is going to go into the mat. What you do, this shoulder stays away from the ear. I'm not able to kneel either on one knee. I don't know what I did, but I hurt my knee. So what you would do, you would just have your arm, shoulder out of your ear. You drop your sits bones back. This arm would extend overhead as long as this shoulder doesn't ride up like that. You pull it down and back. And then you sink your sits bones behind and just stay here. We're going to breathe. We're rotating. We're opening our ribs apart. And just breathe. You're trying to keep this bottom shoulder out of your ear so you can stretch it. You stretch your shoulder and your neck and thread the needle. Inhale, exhale. I think I'll sleep tonight. I'm feeling the need to go to sleep, so I will. I'll listen to my body. It's important to listen to your body so you don't go into your overdrive zone too many times. Breathing in, breathing out. Ribs expand. Feel some space open up in the mid-back, right in between your 2 shoulder blades. Try to get some air. Try to get your ribs to move a little bit, because if they don't move, you're going to have stagnant energy trapped. One more deep inhale. Exhale. Your arm slides in. Press up to your hands and your knees. Cat-cow. Let's stretch your spine. Oppositional energy. So then your shoulder blades open, spread them out, drop your tailbone, drop your head, and then you're going to inhale as you stretch head away from your tailbone. So you're just going to go exhale, scoop core tight, and then inhale, your spine lengthens, exhale, 3 more. Spread shoulder blades to sky. Inhale, head away from tailbone, 2 more. And last one. All right. Now we're going to take this hand behind head and neck. So I'm back to a single song. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me check. Okay, here comes the next. So our knees are bent. Find length in spine. Okay, I'm trying to remember. We did cat-cow. Okay. We did cat-cow. Next, you're going to take hand behind head and neck. And then you just go like this. You keep your hip bones to the mat. And then you rotate down. So your hips are to the mat. and then you rotate down. You try to inhale, you twist from in between your rib cage, and then you come back. And 3, inhale, tailbone long, 2 more. You inhale, you rotate, you exhale, you come down. Last one. Inhale, and then exhale. All right. Now we do thread the needle the other way. So then we go like that. We open the arm. We twist. We open our shoulder. Okay, we drop our sits bones. We take this arm. Oh, okay, I'm trying. I might just call it a night. I'm having issues today. Okay, we drop our shoulder out of the air. We drop our sits bones back. This space opens up, and you slide this arm. You just drop your sits bones behind you, and you just stay here and breathe. You inhale, and then you exhale. You inhale. I feel like I have a fever. I'm going to have to see. Inhale, and then exhale. Shoulder drops out of your ear. You inhale, and then you exhale. The whole side of the neck releases. Keep shoulders out of ears. Drop your sits bones. Really get your ribs to expand. We want the rotation to happen from right there, mid-back. You inhale, and then you exhale. 2 more. Bottom shoulders away from the ear. Inhale, exhale. 1 more time. Breathing in, breathing out. Slide your hand under the shoulder. Press up to your hands and your knees. Okay, this next thing that I want you to do, I want you to come down to your mat, and then you're going to come all the way down. All right. Next, we're going to do another little rotation. Your left arm, 90 degrees is this. You're going to take the left arm by the side of your body, 90 degrees. Place it on the mat. You take the right hand under the shoulder. So your bottom shoulder's away from the ear. We twist, again, from the middle of our back. And then we just stay here and breathe. Whew. So you're going to have your hips be straight, shoulders away from ears, and you just stay here and breathe. You're going to feel a stretch under the bottom armpit. Sides of neck elongate. Feel a stretch. You're going to start to stretch your hip flexor. You might even feel something going in between the ribs because the psoas is really deep. It goes up through the pelvic floor, and it's going to go in and insert into your lumbar. It's going to insert into your back vertebra even. You inhale, and then you exhale. I want you to try to get your bottom ribs to inflate into the mat under your body. Inhale. Those bottom ribs inflate into the mat. Oof. Inhale. Exhale. You inhale, and then you exhale. You're going to feel the sides opening up. Inhale, exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, and then exhale. Excellent. Carefully, you unwind your spine. You come back to the center. Maybe release your hips for a second. Okay, we're going to take it to the other side now. Your hip bones are firm in the mat. You're going to take your arm to like that 90-degree angle, that field post arm, 90 degrees to the side of your body. And then we're just going to take this other hand, we're going to rotate, press into the mat, get into those bottom ribs, inhale, exhale. So you're going to feel a stretch in that armpit, side of neck is long. You're relaxing your shoulders down and back, lengthen sides of neck. Feel the stretch under the armpit. Your hip bones are squared straight in front of you. Spinal rotation is happening mid-back between the shoulder blades, so you're rotating around your breastbone. your central axis. Rotate around your breastbone. And inhale. And exhale. And breathe in. And exhale. You're going to feel that deep stretch through the front of the hip, going in between the ribs. Even those intercostal muscles, muscles between the ribs, start to stretch apart. And then you inhale. And then you exhale. Really try to breathe into the sides of the ribs, because we shallow chest breathe when we get stressed out. We breathe shallow from the chest. We use all our accessory muscles, and it tightens our neck and shoulders even more. We want to avoid that if we can. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Slowly unwind. Come back to the center. All right, next we're going to come into our, I'm going to say it right, I'm going to say it, ancient Egypt. Sphinx. Sphinx did it. Your shoulders are going to be right under, your elbows are going to be right under your shoulders. And then you want to make sure like you're not sinking like that. So then you have to push down. And then you're going to pull your breastbone forward. And just stay here for a second. Your thighs are all the way together. Your hips are on the mat. And just stay here and breathe. So I want you to strengthen your spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel a stretch in your abdominals even. Strengthen your spine, breathing in, breathing out. Now you could either stay here, or you're going to extend your arms, and then I want you to make sure that you feel like your low back still has some space, as well as your shoulders stay away from the ears. So you're just going to maintain a little bit of space between shoulders and ears. Going into a little seal, your hip bones are still firm on the mat. And just breathe. You want to be able to move that neck side to side without your shoulders hiking up. And then you just inhale. And then you exhale. Your elbows point down. You inhale. And then you exhale. You inhale. We're just trying to make some room in your back, especially if you sit at the computer all day. Your shoulders are going to get super tight. Inhale. And then you exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. You inhale, so your shoulders drop down and back. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Now slowly, I want you to drop down. And then just wiggle your hips side to side for a sec. Release. All right. And then what I want you to do here, take one leg back. We're not going to do both. We're just going to do one. Shoulder pulls away from your ear. And then I want you to just lift up like that and stretch the front of the shoulder. And you want to get the front of that hip and thigh to come up a little bit off the mat. And just stay here and breathe. Stretch out the front of your hip and thigh a little bit. We're not going to do bow pose. We're just going to do single leg, lifting up, stretch, relax. Forehead on back of hand. Tailbone really presses long behind you. Stretch that tailbone long so you don't compress your low back. And inhale, exhale. Gently release. All right, we're going to go to the other side. And then I'm going to use different music. I'm not going to use my pre-mixed playlist. I'm just going to go back to a saved thing I used to do. I don't have patience for this. I have no idea getting out of my subscription music. I'm ending that. All right, I'm done here. And let's just go into some saved music that I enjoy on YouTube. from bands that I like. I don't even know if I could say band. I mean, just music. Liquid Love, drum and bass mix. Cool, 9 days ago. Let's go into some Liquid Love. It's gonna play uninterrupted. All right. I just want some uninterrupted background music, that's all. Now we're gonna do our other side. Hip bones on your mat. Tailbone stretches long behind you. You're just gonna relax your forehead on the backs of your hands. You're gonna bend your leg, reach for your ankle, and lift up. You don't want your knee to splay sideways. Keep your knee in line with your hip socket. And just breathe. Open that hip up. Tailbone is long so you don't arch and compress your spine. And inhale, exhale. This will stretch the front of your shoulder and neck as well because of the weight of the leg lifting up. Collarbone wide. Keep shoulder down and back. Side and neck is long. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Tailbone reaches long, hip bones firm on mat. Think of lifting from pubic bone to navel, spine is long. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Gently release that leg. Press all the way up to your hands and your knees. And we're gonna go into a little rest pose. You could either curl the toes under, or you could sit straight back. Okay, we're gonna take our arms this way. Our forehead's coming onto the mat. And now just let your shoulders pull down and back. You could put your head on a little pillow or cushion if you wanted, even a yoga block. And then just let your arms stretch to the sky. And just breathe. Try to let the air release out of the lungs. If you feel tight, it'll be hard to catch your breath. You'll feel like you can't breathe because you're really tense. And then the diaphragm can get tight. It's a muscle. Try to inflate the air to the front, to the sides, to the back of your rib cage. Inhale, exhale. Inflate. Breathing in, breathing out. Relax. Feel how the back of those ribs open apart, they inflate. Inhale and then exhale. One more deep inhale and then exhale. Walk your hands under the shoulders. Press up. Okay, there's one more thing we're going to do. I'm going to borrow from Pilates. We don't breathe properly a lot, and when we're stressed, we totally don't breathe correctly. So we're going to utilize our true breathing muscle, our respiratory muscle. It's the diaphragm. We use that. Our intra-abdominal pressure has to increase, the area between the abdominals, the thorax. We have to like create a pressure gradient so that air can go into our lungs, and then the diaphragm can lift, and then it can descend and let the air back out. So it inflates and then it comes back down. So what I want you to do is just take your hands to the sides of your ribs for a second, and then maybe take one hand to your heart, to your chest, and then you want to make sure if you inhale and you feel your ribs move sideways, let's fully expand our ribs sideways for a second. So you're going to go, feel how your ribs open, and then your ribs connect and come down. And then they exhale, and then they release. So your ribs expand, and then they release. One more time, your ribs expand, and then they release. All right. Something that can happen, you don't get the air out, and your chest is always tight and it never releases. So what you need to do, inhale, now try to release your sternum, your breastbone. And then you exhale. Let out a sigh. You have to let the air out until you feel the chest actually visibly motion goes down and the middle back touches the mat. So you have to go. Expansion laterally, spine elongates, and then you have to you let the air go so the spine lengthens, the neck elongates, the shoulders drop. So then it's like your chest rises, your ribs expand, and then you have to let the air out. If you do that enough times, you're going to gently release, relax. You'll feel the middle back drop into the mat, and then we're going to borrow from Pilates right now, where that's a pelvic tilt posterior, rolling to the back of the spine, and this is a pelvic tilt anterior, rolling to the front of your pelvis, roll to the back, to the spine, roll to the front, to the pelvis. So then you have to tighten your abdominals in, stretch the spine long, and then you tilt forward. If you have screws and bolts holding your lumbar spine together, then avoid this. Inhale forward and exhale back. Inhale forward. It's like cat-cow on your back. Exhale back, imprint. 2 more. You inhale, get some motion in the low back. Exhale, scoop core tight. You inhale. And then you exhale. Okay, so you do a posterior pelvic tilt. Your spine's imprinted, your core pulls tight. Keep your chest open, neck is long, no weighted neck. Okay, now you would curl. Your tailbone is also called your coccyx bone. You would peel your coccyx, your tailbone up. You would roll into the back of the pelvis, and then you would roll a little bit more to the sacrum, and then you would start to work into the low back, the tailbone, the low back, sacrum, lumbar, and then you would go up only to the middle back. You never roll all the way and put all your body weight in your cervical spine and your neck. I'm lifting my head, my neck is lifted, I'm still across my middle back. Okay, I don't want you to turn your head and look at the phone. So if you have a phone, bring it above you. You would inhale. You would soften your sternum, your breastbone. You would keep this part stretching, elongated. And then to do it correctly, you would use the exhale. You have to use the breath. Inhale. If you want to move segmentally, you have to use the breath. You have to release your sternum, your breastbone to get to your thoracic spine. You roll. You inhale. You exhale. You inhale. You exhale. You inhale. You exhale. You inhale. You exhale. You inhale. You exhale, and you go all the way down your back, and then you just hug knees in. So when you roll up and down your spine, when I see someone lift up, roll down, okay, so that's really not rolling up and down through your spine. You got to fine tune it. You got to go slower than that. You use the breath for each section of your spine. You lift, you control, you breathe. You get rid of wobbling side to side. You inhale, you exhale like a guide wire traveling up the spine. stop at the mid-back, shoulder blade shelf. Your chest opens wide. Your sternum can release. You roll down. You release. You roll down some more. Feel chest is open. Your middle back touches the mat. All the way. Cat, cow. Here comes cow. Arch back a little bit off mat. Hug knees to chest. All right, we're done. We did it. We're done. You'll have some more space in your spine to breathe. You'll have some space in your chest to breathe so you don't feel all bunched up in your shoulders and neck. Now maybe just like inhale, and you're just going to lift head, neck a little bit. Now breathe into the back in between your blades. Exhale, release down. One more time. Breathe into the space mid-back. Exhale, release down. All right. Maybe just reach under those thighs. Peel your body straight up. And you know what? That's the day. We're done. That's it. No more. Finito. All right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you all. I am going to go chill. It's much needed. Peace. Love you all. See you soon. I'll come back when I'm refreshed, when I have some energy. I just had to unwind, and I brought you with me for a little unwinding. Peace. Bye.